Today's tutorial will be a Wayfair inspired wall decor. I used all Dollar Tree items to recreate it, and I added my special touches to make it my own. If you're watching from a different platform and you'd like to show me some support, you may have to do so by following the on-screen directions. Please click the three dots on the top right corner and then select Open in YouTube. And from there you can select to give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe, or you can leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. If it's your first time here, welcome, and thanks to my subscribers for keep coming back to show your support. These are the items I'll be using, and a full list will be in the description box below. So I'm taking my aluminum sheet and I'll be folding it in 4, and then I crushed it while holding it at both ends to prevent it from sticking. So we only need 6 inches of aluminum to cover the ball, but I'm using 4 layers so the design on the ball won't show through. So next I'll cut along the line in the middle of the ball, and I'll be using a knife, but you can also use any other hot tool. So next I'm taking my aluminum foil and I'm just folding it over the ball, and then any rough edges I'm using my fingers to press it out, and then I also use my surface to smooth out any bumps. And I'll be making 41 of these. And you can definitely get the kids involved in this one. I got my son to break the foil paper and fold them in 4 and crush them. So everything else was very easy for me to do. So I'm using this half of foam that I have left over from a previous project, and I just pare it down to size to match the ball. So here I'm just organizing the pattern so I can know what size I should cut my dowels. But I ended up cutting the dowels a little too short. I should have made it 2 inches wider than it is because the balls ended up being too close to each other. So the measurements that I'm going to give you, if you would like to recreate it, just add 1 inch to the first row. And while you're watching, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It helps YouTube algorithm to recognize me, and it will help to grow my channel so I can put out even more tutorials weekly. And if you're new here and would like to see my weekly tutorials, please consider subscribing and select the post notifications so you'll be notified the moment I upload a new video. So now I'm just gonna speed up this part a little bit just to show you the mistake that I did. I did not measure the points where I want my dowels to fall, so they ended up looking crooked, so I had to take them out the foam. And a little crooked is fine, but this was way off. So I used my blow dryer because I didn't want to mess up the foam. That's all I had. I used my blow dryer to heat up the hot glue so I could take the dowels out. So I need to make space for 18 dowels. So then I replace the dowels and I just rest them on the surface. And for the second row, I cut the dowels 7 3/4 inches. So my little mistake that I made here, I added 1 dowel between the previous 2. So I ended up putting 17 dowels. I should have done the same measurement and used about 14 dowels, and that would be perfect. They wouldn't end up being so close to each other. So for the third row, I'm using 6-inch pieces, and that's gonna be 7 of them. And then the last centerpiece will be 5 inches. And as you can notice, I just raised each row as I go around, just a little bit higher than the last one. So then I took it outside and I spray painted it gray, and in the center I added some pebbles so the glue won't show. So the pebbles actually look nice in the center, and I used Mod Podge to add the pebbles. Next, I'm just gonna paint over my aluminum with my white gloss paint. Then with the leftover white paint, I added just a dab of black paint. So I got this nice gray tone, and I just put it over the top just to give it some dimension. So I'm just adding some of that same black in the center. And now I'll attach my pieces, and I flip it upside down just to show you how I'm attaching it, but it's better to have it where they're facing you so you can see exactly how to line them up. So all you have to do is just attach it from the end, and then after that's dry, then you just flip the whole thing over and reinforce it. And I ended up putting 1 ball over 2 dowels in 2 spots because, as I said, I put them too close to each other. Then for the attachment in the back, I'm just using a piece of foam board, and I'm using an 18 gauge wire to go between it and the foam. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue to glue it together. And then I'll be covering up the green area with pieces of scrap poster board. And this is how good it looks in the space. Please let me know if you'll give this one a try. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. Thanks for watching. Take care now.